Hey there, and welcome. You ever feel that? Like you're right on the edge of a major breakthrough, but something just pulls you back, and you can't for the life of you figure out what it is? Well, today we're going to dive deep into the hidden family dynamics that might be unconsciously blocking your path to success. We're going to explore these things called invisible loyalties and how they might be sabotaging the very future you're working so hard to create. It's so frustrating, right? You get so close to that goal, that promotion, that next level, and then boom, something happens. You trip yourself up. But what if? What if it's not a personal failing? What if the root of it is something much, much deeper? A hidden loyalty to your family's past. And this brings us to this absolutely fascinating concept from a field called family constellations. It's the idea of invisible loyalties. And it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's this quiet, unconscious feeling that if we become happier, wealthier, or more successful than our parents or grandparents, that we're somehow betraying them. And out of a deep, totally misguided sense of love, we might actually repeat their struggles just to feel like we still belong. So here's our game plan to unpack all of this. First, we're going to really look at this hidden block. Then we'll get into the good stuff, the toolkit. We'll start with affirmations that give you inner permission, then move on to honoring your ancestral roots, and from there, we'll tackle healing your relationship with money. And we'll wrap it all up by reframing your own success as the ultimate legacy. Okay, let's jump right in. Part 1, the hidden block. We're going to start uncovering these unconscious contracts that might just be running the show behind the scenes. Now, here's the wild part. The motivation behind this self-sabotage, it's not weakness. It's actually love. It's this deep, almost childlike need to belong to our family, to our tribe. We think, on some level, that if we share their fate, even the hard parts, that we're showing them how loyal we are. You know, if your family always struggled to make ends meet, you might unconsciously put a ceiling on your own income, feeling this unspoken guilt about having more than they did. It's a way of saying, don't worry, I'm still one of you. So how in the world do we break free from these invisible ties that are so powerful? Well, our first tool is all about giving ourselves permission. And I'm not talking about just some fluffy positive thinking here. Think of these affirmations as conscious declarations of independence. They are a way to literally rewrite that limiting inner script. Take a look at a powerful one like this. When you say words like these, you're actually doing two really important things at once. First, you're honoring your connection to your family. But second, you are respectfully and powerfully claiming your right to have a different future. It's all about reprogramming those old beliefs on a really deep level. And the best part is, the actual practice is incredibly simple. Consistency is the whole secret. Just find a quiet minute for yourself each day, pick a phrase that really feels right to you, and repeat it a few times. Say it out loud, say it in your head, doesn't matter. Just breathe and let the feeling of those words really sink in. This simple little ritual starts building a new pathway in your brain for permission and deservingness. Now, this flows perfectly into our next tool, which is all about honoring your ancestral roots. Here we're going to move from just words to a deeper, symbolic action. This is about releasing what was never yours to carry in the first place and opening yourself up to receive their blessings instead. Okay, here is a really powerful visualization exercise you can try later. When you have a quiet moment, close your eyes. I want you to picture a long line of your ancestors standing right behind you, your parents, your grandparents, on and on. Feel their presence. Now, first, just bow your head in respect for everything they lived through. Then, either out loud or just in your mind, you lovingly return their pain and their struggles to them, saying something like, "This belongs to you." And then comes the magic step. You ask for their blessing for your happiness, for your success. And finally, you turn to face forward, toward your own life, feeling their strength at your back, pushing you forward instead of holding you back. This difference is everything. Their destiny, with all of its challenges, belongs to them. You honor that destiny by letting it be, not by repeating it. Your destiny, on the other hand, belongs to you, and the greatest honor you could ever pay them is to live your own life as fully and joyfully as you possibly can. This phrase just captures the whole feeling perfectly. I see you and thank you. Now allow me to move forward, honoring you through my happiness. This is the whole shift right here. Your success doesn't cancel out their struggle. No, it becomes this beautiful tribute to the life that they gave you. And this takes us right to the place where these loyalties tend to show up the loudest: money. Let's really dig into how our financial struggles are so often tied to our family system and what we can actually do to start healing that relationship. Let's start with this really profound quote from Bert Hellinger, the founder of Family Constellations. He said, "Money is something spiritual. Money is life." Just think about that for a second. He's saying that money isn't just paper or numbers in a bank account. It's an energy. It's a stand-in for the flow of life itself. And how we relate to money is often a perfect mirror for how we relate to the life we received from our parents. So just listen to these and notice if any of them, ring a bell for you. A loyalty to family members who lived in poverty. A fear of making more money than your parents ever did. Maybe you inherited some beliefs that money is dirty or that good spiritual people are supposed to be poor. Or just that deep down feeling of guilt, like you're not worthy of having abundance. These are the invisible scripts that can absolutely run our financial lives.
So what do we do? Here's another simple visualization. Imagine money as an energy or even a person standing in front of you. First, just acknowledge it as a positive force that serves life. Then, you consciously honor your family's story with money, but you release yourself from the need to repeat it. And finally, you declare a new relationship. You say, "I accept you in my life." It's about changing your internal stance, turning money from an enemy or source of fear into a welcome partner.
Okay, let's bring it all home. This last section is where everything we've talked about really comes together, and it's going to completely reframe what it means to be a loyal and loving part of your family. If you only take one single thing away from this today, I hope it's this. The greatest honor, the most loving thing you can do for your ancestors is not to repeat their suffering, but instead, it's about living a prosperous and happy life. It's about taking the life they gave you and making something truly beautiful with it. Your happiness, your success, that's what validates all of their sacrifices. That is the true honor. And it is so important to get this. Your success is not a selfish act. From this systemic point of view, when one person in a family line heals and steps into more abundance and happiness, it sends a healing ripple through the entire system, to the past, the present, and the future. You're not leaving them behind. You are lighting a new way forward for everyone. So I will leave you with this question to really sit with. What if your decision to thrive, to be happy, to be prosperous, what if it's not a betrayal at all? What if it is the very healing that your entire family line has been waiting for? What if your success is their healing?